some core exercises today. We're going to be working on variations of planks. So planks are really important because they really help get everything engaged, everything in line, everything ready to go. But when we do planks, we don't want to just get in a plank and be it. We want to make sure we're aligned, we make sure that we're really focusing, we want to make sure that our body is in the proper position, or else we really are kind of wasting time doing a plank because it's not really doing its proper thing. So with a plank, we want to make sure that we are feet together when we go down, crawling out, making sure that I have even pelvis. A lot of us tend to do this, which we like to dip, and a lot of us like to do this, so when we go too high. So this is actually putting a lot more pressure on your hands, a lot more pressure on your shoulders. By keeping in line, I'm evening that pressure out. Yes? All right, so we hold this plank. We want to think about really just looking straight down. When I look up, my spine is getting out of line. When I look too far down, my spine is out of line as well. I want to make sure I'm pushing up into my hands. A lot of people like to sink. Sinking is not going to give you the best benefit of the plank. I'm going to make sure I'm pushing up and out. Yes? Okay. So you hold the plank. You can hold the plank from any time between 1 minute to about 20 minutes. Some people have hold it for an hour. I have known girls who have hold the plank for an hour long as a competition. Definitely impressive. The plank does help keep everything in line, but it's so important to follow these rules when going to that plank. When in class, I see a lot of us just being really lazy, a lot of us pushing away, a lot of us just letting our shoulder blades ride up. We really want to keep that in mind, to push everything down, to really work on centering ourselves, or else we are wasting time. All right, so here's some other plank variations that you guys can do. Once I'm here, I can go to the side. Make sure that you guys are really keeping your shoulder in line, pushing out of your arm rather than sinking. We don't want to drop that pelvis. I want to make sure I'm still rising up. You're going to shake. That means it's working. Yes, you can do that on both sides. Another thing you can do is you can go ahead and reach that back leg out, challenging yourself a little bit, and then switching the other way. You can hold each for about 20 seconds, making sure that we're not trying to over-rotate. We're trying to keep our pelvis in line. Good. Another one we can do is going out, pushing down, and then pushing back up. Pushing down, and pushing back up. Yes, this is going to keep our core really tight and engaged, and we're going to think about pushing out of our shoulder, pushing them down, really trying to use the space as we can. So you have that one. You can also switch it up and go in, out, down, out, in, and switch. Down, out, in. Yes? Cool. All right, there's also a couple other variations that we can do. We can bend our knees, and what I mean by that, my sockies are slipping a little bit, so hopefully I can keep this up. I just bend and straighten, bend and straighten. So look, I'm not dipping my pelvis. I'm keeping my pelvis in line, pushing up, looking straight forward. This is going to attack a lot of your lower abs. We as dancers like to focus a lot on this upper ab region. We really want to focus on the lower because that's where really holding ourselves in a nice elongated positions. We want to make sure that we're really thinking about that. When we go into a passe position, we're pulling from our lower abs. So we want to make sure those are nice and tight as well. All right. So we have those options. You also can go into some regular one arm reaches. So I want to think about really pushing down the same thing. I can reach out my arm and reach out my leg and then come back in. It's not a very difficult one unless you're out of alignment. When you're out of alignment, it does make it kind of harder, but when I'm in line, I want to think about engaging my core at the same time, keeping that perfect alignment, going out. A lot of people tend to lift their hip up or lift their hip down. I want to make sure I'm going straight like an arrow. It's nice and slow. Breathing in and out through each rotation. Breathing through your movement is going to help your abs activate. It's going to help it work. Whenever we are not breathing when we're moving our muscles, then we're getting into shock. We're tensing. We're not really developing anything from that. So make sure you guys are breathing through those moments as well. All right? So those are some different plank variations that you can pull around, play with. If you want to make your own, that is totally creative, and you can do that as well. But planking is really important, so use it as a warm-up. Let's say I don't want to run today. I don't want to do WDAX. My body's not motivated to do a plank. It's actually going to do the same exact thing as running around, as long as you're doing it properly and for long enough. All right, so I hope you guys helped that. or not help that, I hope that helped you, and I hope you guys use those plank variations in the future.